wrestling?
Yeah, it was like, why did you start? It's not how did you start?
Man, well, you know, I was a teenager and I just found it on TV and I was in France, but in France there was nothing with wrestling. Like amateur wrestling, yes, you know, Olympic wrestling, I did a lot of it.
Also, you did Olympic wrestling
before
first.
pro wrestling, because in Nice, where I'm from, there was nothing. Actually no professional wrestling. But when I started Olympic wrestling, my first coach was Romanian.
Really?
Yeah, he was really from Romania. He was a great coach. And Fanel, that was his name, Fanel. And that's why I started Olympic wrestling. I still do it, I love it. And I wanted to do professional wrestling because I like the sport side of it. You know, you have to look good, be in shape, and be athletic, so you can do some nice moves.
You already did bodybuilding or something besides wrestling?
Yeah, just to get ready. But
Alright.
the thing is that personally, I'm not a big guy, so I wanted to stay athletic. You know, I didn't want to get up and get big, but then not be able to move. Because it's good to be like that when you're 2 meters. You know, 2 meters, you can be big like Batista, and that's it. You know, my size, like 180, 1 meter 80 more or less. You need to be moving around.
It's funny that 180 is like a short guy.
For wrestling, I know for wrestling. I know for us it's okay. It's actually
185 is like John Cena. It's 185 and it's, or it's more, and it's like
exactly
like the little guy.
The Rock is like 198.
Yeah, and it's like medium.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah. And big guys are like Big Show or Undertaker, who are like 2 meters 10, 2 meters 20.
It's like the extremes.
Exactly. Well, that's it. So again, being small for wrestling, I wanted to really be able to move. So bodybuilding, but also gymnastics, Olympic wrestling. And again, I like also the sport. Then also, of course, the acting side of it, because it's a show, you know. So it's a live show, which is some people, you know, they don't understand that.
Only entertaining now.
Well, it is entertainment, but it's also real in the way that when you fall off the top rope on the ring, like you really fall on it. You know, it's not like you in acting in the movies where there's a big mattress and film, cut, fine, then other angle. No, wrestling is like you really fall from the top.
It's more like theater.
Theater, but sport theater, which is why
you don't have double takes. You don't have anything. Yeah,
and that's what I like. You know, I like the pressure of being like, we have only one take, we have to do it well, and we have to be safe, not get hurt and not hurt the opponent. And at the same time, doing all of this, so being an athlete, looking great, performing the match, entertaining the fans, making them be happy or have fun or boo you and go home happy. You know, because that's the great thing about wrestling, that it's everybody from kids, parents, grandparents, they all love it, and it's a great show to have anywhere. We can have it like I've done shows in big arenas, I've done shows on parking lots. Like, he had his first match with me, like behind the camera, but big friend of mine who's done many matches in many countries. We had our first match together. His first match was on a parking lot of a big supermarket. And again, if it's done well, you can always have a good crowd. So that's also the good side of wrestling.
How the scripts work? I was very, very curious about this. How you organize everything and like preparing for a match and who wins and who don't win and everything.
It's you're gonna understand. It's very easy. It depends if it's TV or not TV. If it's television, think that a TV channel is gonna say, I want 2 hours of wrestling every week, and we need the commercial breaks at that time of the hour, and so TV, everything is scripted as in time-wise. Okay, we start the show at, for example, at 8 p.m., 8:20, we need a commercial break. You know, so maybe the end of one match, or we are in the middle of one match. You know, it's very TV.
Very tense and everything.
And TV, it's a whole new world. Like everything, not everything, but a lot of it is scripted, as in a TV show. Okay, first match, this one. So at the end of that match,
and you almost know how much it takes, like the time.
Oh yeah, that's where being a professional, real pro, comes into play, because you need to be able to adapt the length of the match and adapt to the camera. And sometimes the referee tells you, now you're going too long to cut the match. So anyway, that's TV. TV, a lot of it is scripted, not the whole match, just the end. You know, to make the story move forward.
Yeah, of course. It's a TV the last maneuver and everything.
And it's a TV TV show. It's like a series. So you want to set down, one guy wins, the other loses.
Yeah, of course. So it's like a story, mini story that
exactly. It's like a TV show.
Goes on. Yeah.
So you need the stories to go up and down so that people want to see the next match or the revenge match. So that's TV. Non-TV show, man, I'm not gonna say it's anything goes, but it's really you just listen to the crowd. You listen to the crowd.
Also, you have decided who wins in the match?
Depends. I'll be honest, sometimes, and especially with my experience, the promoter just tells me, do what you want.
That's great.
Yeah, so I go out there, I listen to the crowd. If they like me, well, I might win the match. Or if they like the other guy, I might let the other guy win, but it's always according to the crowd. So that's why, and according to how the match goes. Because sometimes you're going to start a match and you think we're going to go in one direction. For example, I'm going to start the match, okay, tonight I'm going to be the bad guy. Then I come out and the crowd loves me, so it's like, oh fuck, we have to change. So we change in the ring, and same thing with winning.
But how you communicate this?
Oh, well,
in the ring, like everything's happening.
Man, it depends if you work with a really young guy that's really like scared of, you know,
I think it's very hard.
Yeah, you know, so you really have to tell him before the match, okay, if that happens, we do this, we do that, but that's the same, like we said, you know, it's theater. You can't go have the whole match. Yeah, you can't have the whole match planned, so a lot of it is wrestling. You just improvise in the ring, and that's for the young guys. Now, if you work with a real guy, a real pro that knows what he's doing, then you just go and you have fun. That's what I love, especially now with the 15 years of wrestling. Man, I just go out there and what we say in wrestling, we call everything in the ring. That means we just go out there and either we communicate and that's the best, is that when you reach a certain level, you don't even need to talk anymore. Just by watching the guy position himself, you know what comes next. So that's the art of it, because at the end of the day, it's also an art form.
Yeah, of course. It was some
like bodybuilding in a way. So bodybuilding in a way, it's art form. Not the same as you don't entertain the crowd. Even though I've watched some bodybuilding contests, some goes down, it's like a show.
No, you know, it's like with wrestling.
Yeah.
The low level,
yeah,
you don't get it.
Yeah.
It is like that with bodybuilding.
Yeah.
If somebody is very talented, let's say like Kai Green or somebody, like if he can do a pose down, it's almost like a collage or something. It's like presenting himself in the best
the music
way.
And everything.
Yeah. It's like bad movies and good movies. It's almost like that. What I wanted to ask you is like in some TV show, it was a party when you had to improvise to like take the situation and make it like work or something like this, something wrong when happened. Like, tell me a story about it.
I'll tell you why. I was having a TV match one day, and it was live, like easy one. A match I had live. Was called NXT Takeovers. So
how many people was live?
So in the arena it was like a studio, so it was about 500 people, but packed. But it was live worldwide, like it was on internet, but on what they call the WWE Network, which is like 2 million subscribers. So everybody was watching live, and the boss was watching live. So I was like, you had to do a good job. So anyway, but yeah, we have the match. We have like 16 minutes in the match for the whole thing. Match, promo in the ring before the match, and the end of the match. And basically what happened is that we start the match, but then in the middle of the match, I think the promo before the match of my opponent was way too long. So basically the referee, you know, they have their thing in the ear. Yeah, they communicate backstage with the producer of the match. So basically the ref tells me, basically, hey, there's only 5 minutes left, you need to basically cut a big part of the match out. And that was it, so I was like, fuck, okay, there we go. So I just basically, I body slam the opponent, I grab a hold, and I say, okay, now we have to, in a way, not loud, hey, we have to cut short, cut out 5 minutes of the match and pick up just from the end, you know. So, yeah, just improvising live.
I can guess the experience and the communication, because you cut him and grab him to tell him something, right?
Yeah, just to make him understand.
So he has to understand that is like you trying to communicate with him.
Oh yeah, but
fuck that. I think that sounds very hard, man.
Well,
and it's like live TV.
It is live TV, and there's cameras everywhere. But look, at that point, I was training every day. I was professional. That means I was getting paid for it.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
That was years. No, but I mean, they're not going to put someone on TV live, that is not good.
I totally understand. But I never get that in the, like, when I watch a TV. Like, they communicated like in the middle of the thing.
And well,
that's very crazy.
Again, you know the thing. It's like you watch. Well, I'm going to go far, but you watch Mr. Olympia. You see the guy on stage. People that don't know anything about it, they're going to be like, he just goes to the gym and takes product and that's it. No, there's hours of work behind all singles for wrestling.
Of course.
Like when you're on TV, there's hours of training.
I didn't think it's like that. I don't know, that flexible in that area.
Yeah. Like
so how did you decide to go to the States? In WWE. But
They just signed me. Like
really?
Yeah. Well, they not just signed me. I became good enough in Europe to get their attention, and when they came to Europe, they usually gather people like talents that they heard about from all over Europe. Like usually it's UK, Germany, France, sometimes Italy a little bit. And that's it. They got us to come in England because they had tapings in Liverpool, 2011. And 9 years ago, and then I was good enough for them to be like, okay, we like you, we offer you a contract. That was it.
So they search for one kind of
type of wrestler?
No, type of, I don't know how to say, personage.
Like gimmick?
Character?
Yeah, character, yeah.
Not really, like it's like, if you're good and they
try to fit you somewhere, like...
Well, I was French, definitely, so I wasn't going to be Romanian, like... I know. They knew I was French, so of course they wanted me, expecting me to be a French wrestler, like as in the way I talk, the way I wrestle, the way I dress. So that's it. But at that point, when you just get one contract, they don't know what they're going to do with you. They're going to be...
So it's like physique?
If you're good and they like you and they see potential in you, okay, we'll give you a contract. But that doesn't mean you're going to be a big star, because then they send you to what they call developmental, which is like a...
training camp?
Yeah, training camp, but you get paid like, for a soccer team, I guess, when they send a young talent, they send them to center of formation.
Yeah.
And before you make it to the main team. And that was there. So I spent about 2-3 years in the center, and then I made it to TV, which is what the first kind of TV they have. And yeah. So,
what was the first promotion in the States?
WWE, that's the main promotion, okay? The WWE.
No, but for you,
that was WWE, but like their WWE NXT, which is, let's say that they have Raw and SmackDown, which are on main TV worldwide, and NXT is like right under, but that's, you go to NXT first and then...
Like the young talent.
Yes, they're
emerging.
Yeah,
I understand.
So I was in NXT. So it wasn't Raw and SmackDown, like I wasn't worldwide, big, like huge star, but NXT is very good already. It's like, in wrestling, everybody watches NXT because that's the future.
Yeah. So what was your type of character? Like in big lines, what?
Well, in the States, Frenchman, like a Frenchman. That's it. I was speaking English, but also French, very arrogant.
I don't want to but he forced you to be sophisticated or something, like some cliches that you use with Russian guys. They always speak in the.
I think that's the easiest way for them to understand who you are. Because if you come and you're like, okay, I'm French, but I'm not what you think of French, they're going to be like, no, they won't understand, especially Americans.
Yeah, it's conflicting.
Well, exactly. They think French, they're going to think,
croissants.
Mustache, beret, French flag, baguette, whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't have the baguette, but I still had to have the French accent and be arrogant and be like, I'm French, I'm better than you, all that kind of stuff. You're Russian, you're a bad guy, the
Russian is always the bad guy.
Yeah, and trust me, you go to the States, you say you're Romanian, they're going to think, Romanian, Russia, same thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe Romanian, they're like, Romania, Transylvania, or vampires, then that's it's how they think. I mean, the fans.
But they use this a lot, right? In characters,
Exactly, because it helps, but that's it. So that was in the States, mainly French guy, and in Europe, because now I wrestle a lot in Europe, all over the world, but mainly in Europe, when there's not the virus around.
Yeah.
Here, being French is nobody cares. In Europe, okay, I'm French, I don't care. So here in Europe, I have like a Spartan character, you know, that's why I have the beard, and I have a helmet.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you know, so
Yeah.
I don't know if you play video games, but also like a lot, you know, Dawn of War, the video game.
I'm sorry, I'm very little.
So yeah, anyway, strong Spartan character.
Yeah, all right.
He works very well everywhere.
Yeah, all right.
Very good.
So, let's wrap it up. How did you decide to retire and why?
Retire?
Yeah, not retire, but from the States, like from the big scene. Like,
yeah, gotcha. Well,
take a step.
What happened is that, well, first off, my contract with NXT came to an end, and what I did was, because I had the work visa here, okay? In the States, you need to have the work visa here.
Yeah.
So my work visa was going to end, but I managed to get a contract with another company, which is at the time was the second in the world, which is what's called TNA Impact Wrestling.
Yeah. The first how do you call it, like franchise?
Yeah.
It was here. It was TNA.
Oh, there you go. So when my contract was terminated with NXT, I signed with Impact for 1 year in 2016 to 2017. And also it was even actually better because you didn't have to train every day. It was just go to TVs, tapings, and you do the match and you're on TV.
All right.
And that was awesome because with NXT I was training every day. That's what I was telling you. It was hard on the joints, on the body and everything. TNA, man, you just go to the gym, you do the TV tapings, and you're on TV every week. So it was awesome time. And when that contract finished, because they were bought by another owner, and the owner had less money, so they stopped international talents, I moved back to Europe. Yeah.
All right.
It wasn't like a choice. It was almost at that time, especially in the States, I loved being on TV, but I felt like I had done a lot and I was going in circle. So it was good for me to come back to Europe, start doing the Spartan character again, because man, since I've been back, I've been able to wrestle in Turkey, Pakistan, Kuwait, Japan, so a lot of other places that if I was still in the States, it would have been hard to get.
Is this wrestling is big in Japan or Asia?
Oh yeah, Japan very big, mainly Japan, and Mexico also.
Because they love characters,
Yeah, and Japan is a more like very solid wrestling, like they see it very like a sport, so yeah, Japan is good, Mexico is big also. And everywhere, honestly, even Europe, England is very good for wrestling. Germany, yeah, we hope Romania too is going to get bigger because the thing is that that's it. Like when wrestling is done well, and when wrestling is that's done well and promoted well, man, it's an awesome product that again the whole family likes. You know? And it also gives a good message because you have to be sport, to be an athlete and take care of your body, but also make the crowd happy, and it's a great way for the crowd to express, well, again, when you can have shows and the crowd can be in an arena, it's a great way to, how do you say, get out emotions and have fun. You know?
Yeah. You didn't think about crossing to movies?
I've tried.
It's like the usual path.
Yeah, I've tried, and the thing with movies is that, again, like anything, you want to be great at it, you have to focus 100% on it.
Yeah.
You know, I would have had to move to Paris and only do that. And here's the thing: the problem with me is that you see my face, right?
Yeah.
You see that face and the body and the tattoos. It's very limiting for roles.
Yeah.
You know, I can't be a doctor. I can't be a cop.
Every bouncer role. Right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, so I understood that very fast. So I was like, okay, what do I want to do? I want to shave the beard and become very normal and try to make it in acting, or should I keep doing what I love? I love acting, but still, I love wrestling too.
So you didn't fit it, like.
But not for now.
All right.
And the thing with acting is that then you can still be an actor when you're 50 or 60.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so maybe one day.
I think that's the transition from wrestling, because wrestling is like very hard when you.
Exactly, when you get older, but that's it. So I'll see. Not for now, but maybe one day.
How much pressure they put on your physique state, like the company itself? Like they give you like body percentage or something like this, or you have to be like, you're too small now, you're too big now. Not big, but fat.
Yeah. When I was there, they weren't really big on that, because number one, they were drug testing all the time.
Really?
Yeah, no performance enhancing drugs, and so
I don't know how you can be, because Batista is not natural. Come on.
My thoughts exactly, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I can tell. I never really. I've met the guy a few times, but I've never talked to him. So I don't know what he takes. Maybe he takes stuff that they don't test for. I don't know. I'm just saying. All I know is that at my level, they were like drug testing like once a month and random, so you never know if you are going to test or not. And if you test positive for something, you're fired. So,
really?
Yeah, you don't take risks. So that was the thing. So personally, yeah, of course, if you got fatter, they would tell you, hey, you're getting fat, but there wasn't that much pressure. The pressure was more on the health. Like for example, if you know you're starting to be on TV and you're getting lots of matches and good reactions from the crowd and the officials, well, if you get hurt, you want maybe to keep it quiet. Like, I mean, a small injury, because then if you tell them, hey guys, I'm sorry, but my knee hurts, okay, well, you're off TV for, you're not gonna wrestle this weekend just to make sure. But then, if you're not on the show and someone takes your spot, well, that's it, you lost your spot. So
it's almost like you broke the narrative, like they build your character, and after that,
exactly. So if your body,
they have to kill it somewhere. Really.
Yeah, and if someone takes your spot and gets a better reaction than you, you're fucked. So you have to. That was the hardest part, you know, dealing with injuries that weren't very serious, and that was it. Yeah, so that was the main pressure. All right.
I don't know how to end it.
Well, thank you again. Thank you for
yeah, we didn't expect it. It was like,
yeah, well, thank you for the question. It was good actually, because I can tell that you know, not wrestling, but you know sports and you understand that it's a show. And just by the way you were asking questions, it wasn't just like, hey, is wrestling fake, or you know, that those kind of questions that we always get. You know, but like I've done a lot of interviews in my life, and you always sometimes get the same questions. So thank you for your questions, because I can tell that you have respect for that. Well, thank you very much. And so if you want to put over your store, go ahead.
We hope maybe you can do a match sometimes here.
I'd love to go.
Like an exhibition or something like that.
Hey, talk to Marianne and see if we can set it up. I would love to. I'll take over.
All right.
Thank you again.
Thank you.